We all consciously, automatically, and subconsciously reiterate to ourselves and to others what our reality currently is. We do this through our words, through our thoughts, and through our feelings. But what reality actually is something much more personal and much more flexible than you actually think. Reality is out there, is what most people would say. But most people are always putting their focus on out there and think that that is reality. In reality, if I may use that word, there is no out there. Out there. If you have watched my free video course, it's on YouTube and on my website newintuitiveyou.com, then you know that there's a lesson in it called the real reality. And the message of that video is that the real reality does not exist. When I was growing up, I noticed something that was happening amongst all people, especially adults. All we ever seem to talk about are our feelings, our experience, and our thoughts and opinions. This seemed extraordinarily weird to me, as I always thought of myself as a seeker of truth. Having never fully identified with a political wing, religion, or a particular view of the world, I always used to think that the ultimate truth must be out there somewhere. But, spoiler alert, it does not exist. But according to science, according to history, according to geography, blah 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 blah, I am not disregarding anything that happened or anything that is discovered. There are laws in place, physical laws and spiritual laws, and I'm not denying that at all. But, and here comes the big but, not mine, everything, including those laws I just described, remain flexible. The only ultimate truth that seems to bind everything together, according to me, this is my truths, are our beliefs and our belief systems and assumptions about things. If you would deny that nothing in this world is flexible, then you would also deny that placebo surgeries exist. Just like people who don't drink or eat anything for an X amount of time and still somehow survive. Not to mention the oldest person ever recorded.
The more you live in the moment, the less time you create. But in time, you will find that your lifespans will continue to increase as they are increasing now. And within the idea of the next 100 years, you will find that a 300-year lifespan will not be uncommon. The oldest living individual on your planet right now is approximately 1025.
Or that some people even levitate. Just because it's unheard of doesn't make it any less true. And I always like to hear the also wise and great Santa Claus about this.
I see it, but I don't believe it.
You're missing the point.
What is the point?
Seeing isn't believing. Believing is seeing.
Believing is seeing. The ultimate truth, or your ultimate truth, is all about this one thing. What do you wish to be true for you? This means ignoring all of the other people who try to silence you with their truths and who then proceed to claim that they are inclusive of everyone and they just want everyone to thrive in this world. Because do we have to believe in other people's truths even if they feel so very untrue to us? Is there some rule book being passed around about how things are and how things should be? And I and many of us never got to read that exact rule book. Well, you can put it back on the shelf, as I am never going to read it anyways. And this is something that I have picked up along the way by being hurt by myself through other people and trying to instill this belief in me that I have to believe because someone else says it. That's not true at all for anyone. And also, they don't have to believe what I'm saying either. We don't owe each other anything, is what I'm saying. The reason for truly and only believing in what is true for you is because it's your birthright. Anyone can. If anyone maybe in your personal life or even on the news or in the government expresses to you that this is how things are, what makes them so special that you can't express back to them how things are for you? And the funny thing about this, as I have already kind of said, is they are not speaking the truth for you and you are not speaking the truth for them. So in this whole thing, in this equation, who's right? Or better said, does anyone have to be right? But these days, unfortunately, no one says, let's agree to disagree, and actually means it. Or do they? Because that in itself might not be true for you, but for someone else it could be. So this is all very confusing even more. The funny thing about life is that you do not have to concern yourself with how others live their lives. And they do not have to concern themselves with how you live yours. This is because every one of us is living out their own unique truth. So why do you need to conform to someone else's truth if that thing is not true for you? Tell me. I'm waiting. I'm literally asking you because I do not understand this world sometimes. First changes that you'll see will start to happen if you accept that reality is changeable in many different ways. But the only reason we haven't seen it is because we're focused on one way that seems solid and like it's unchangeable. Science even proved to us that we only see 0.00001% of the entire spectrum. So who knows what's hiding out there? Not including my fellow psychics, of course, who are able to perceive energy just as I am. But still, anyone can do this. It's all in your belief. It's all things that can change for you. So the next time someone says to you, it is really difficult to get what you want in life, you have to ask yourself, do I want this to be true for myself? Ask yourself if you want to believe that. Because why is success very hard for one person but very easy for the other? It's because of the belief that they hold about that. It's not because it is. And this can be easily proven in anyone's life, because the things that you find easy are easy and the things that you find difficult are generally difficult. You might believe that you thrive in certain areas of your life and that you fail in others. And what does reality do then? It conforms to those beliefs. Remember that all you're able to perceive is 0.00001% of everything. So maybe it's time that you stop. No. So maybe it's time that you stop. So maybe it's time that you stop the fighting for your limitations, as all it's doing is making your life unfold in a certain type of way. And that type of way might not be the way that you want it to go. Ow. Oh. And this shift in your view about your life might, take some time because of some beliefs that are deeply rooted within you. But remember, if you believe that it will take a long time because of those deeply rooted beliefs, then it's going to take a long time because of those deeply rooted beliefs. That's just how reality works. Reality gives you, even if you want it or you don't, what you believe about it. So when you are very positive, it will go very positively. And if you are very negative, it will go very negatively. But still, it's giving you what you believe. And it's changeable in that. So what you need to do is you need to talk to yourself kindly. And you are going to choose the beliefs from now on that you want to believe. Reality will eventually catch up with you. But you have to persist in it. And make a choice by asking yourself, what will be more difficult? Choosing new beliefs, persisting in those, even though it might feel uncomfortable, even though it might hurt, or going back to being miserable. And I know that some people even are so miserable every single day that they don't want to be here. Choose what is going to hurt more. Being uncomfortable, taking action upon the things that you want, eating healthy, working out, going after your passion, your dreams, going back to feeling like you're nobody, you're not good enough, you're out of shape, you're unhealthy, never going to meet someone you love. Choose your suffering is sometimes what is needed here. And you don't have to suffer, but if you had to choose, what would be more desirable? The one where you're actually going to get your happy ending, or the one that you're just stuck in forever, never getting out of it. Make this choice for yourself, as you are now able to look at reality in a slightly different light. That it is changeable and you are the one who drives it. All it now takes is a shift in your belief. And by watching this video, it means that that shift has already taken place, even if it's just a tiny, tiny bit. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.